disrespect to Stephen Espinoza, his speech about loyalty. Now, this speech right here was targeted at the Dazn and at other, networks or promoters that's trying to get Deontay Wilder. Notice this speech Espinoza gives, and tell me what this speech means to you in regards to not on no motherfucking like on a personal level, but what is this speech saying to you?
Not on pay-per-view.
Hold on, wait. Let's start. No, it's two parts of the speech. He's gonna promote the fight, tell you it's not going to be on pay-per-view, and then he's going to start giving a whole speech that he literally wrote down or drafted up about loyalty. So what I took from it is that it's not about money. They just trying to say, hey, listen, we're offering you this in the future with Showtime. Basically, it doesn't seem like they can match that offer yet.
It would be an understatement to say that there's been a lot of speculation regarding Deontay's future, and we are proud to have him back on Showtime. And one of the main reasons that this fight is back on Showtime is Deontay Wilder. It was critical to Deontay, for the sport, for his fans, for the entire world, that this fight be available, not on pay-per-view, but on Showtime without the high price tag. And because of that, because of his insistence, that is the primary reason we are standing here today announcing a non-pay-per-view fight on Showtime. And on Showtime is where this fight belongs. We are the home of premium boxing, the best talent, the biggest fights, the most consistent slate of high-quality boxing, month in, month out, the biggest fights. And this is where a World Heavyweight Championship fight belongs, here on Showtime, not on a streaming platform with a limited audience and limited viewership.
Now listen how he's taking shots. Y'all got to pay attention. He's clearly talking to the Dazn. I'm eating popcorn, my bad. Pay-per-view is dying. My question about the Dazn is, are they too in the future? Like, did they start maybe a year or two too early?
Month in, month out, the biggest fights. And this is where a World Heavyweight Championship fight belongs, here on Showtime, not on a streaming platform with a limited audience and limited viewership. This will be Deontay's 12th appearance on Showtime and Showtime pay-per-view. We've been together a long time, and we built something special. Recently, ESPN named its World Fame 100, the most talked about, most famous athletes in the world, based on Google searches, social media following, endorsements. Deontay's ranked number 34 in the world. That's 2 slots behind Tom Brady, and that's higher than any other boxer active in the sport today. He is a bona fide superstar. There is no question. Before we talk a little bit about this fight, a brief comment about how we got here today. Some things that maybe Deontay won't.
Now, it's not going to be a brief comment. He's going to talk about loyalty right here. This is where it starts. And yeah, I like X videos too. That's my shit.
But I will say for him. It seems that over the last few months, everyone thinks they know what's best for Deontay. He should take this deal. He shouldn't take that deal. But there's really only one person in the entire world who has all the info, knows all the factors, knows all the consideration, who's in a position to make that decision. That's Deontay. And what people fail to appreciate, what they fail to take into account, is that Deontay knows what he wants and what's important to him. And one thing that he values very highly is independence. He's not beholden to anyone. He doesn't answer to anyone, not to a promoter, not to a network, no one. He is an entrepreneur. He bets on himself like all the great champions have. Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, they all bet on themselves. They all took control of their careers in an independent way. They took risks, and they had great financial success, great professional success because of that. And of course, with that comes criticism. When Floyd bought out his contract from Top Rank for $750,000, people thought he was crazy. When Mikey Garcia sat on the sidelines for 2.5 years to get his independence, People thought he was crazy. And there are people out there who think that Deontay is crazy, and he's got his critics. But the reality is, he's in charge of his career. He has demonstrated loyalty, but not the kind of loyalty that some of you think. There's not a choice between loyalty and financial success. Showtime would never expect loyalty at the expense of long-term financial success. So the reality is, he's made a decision that demonstrates his loyalty, and a decision which guarantees financial success for a long, long time. And he's not avoiding the big fights. Deontay isn't the one who walked away from the Tyson Fury rematch. He isn't the one who walked away from the Tyson Fury purse bid. He isn't the one imposing conditions on big fights. Can you guys imagine for a moment if Deontay said, anybody who fights me has to sign for 3 or 4 fights with Showtime and PBC? All of you would murder him for that. And yet, those are the conditions that are being imposed for him. So to the extent that he has decided that he is his own man, retaining his independence, he's going to retain control. That is something to be respected, admired, and celebrated, not criticized. I'm not going to go into detail, but rest assured that Deontay has made a choice that demonstrates both loyalty and will be financially lucrative for a long, long time. And regardless of what others may want to believe, Showtime has plenty of money. We're not going anywhere. We have been the home of the best boxing for quite some time. We've been the leader in the sport, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to remain at the head of the class for a long, long time to come. In the words of Mark Twain, to paraphrase, rumors of our demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Oh, we're going to give our closing thoughts soon.
So that brings us to where we are today. The Heavyweight Championship is back on Showtime with Dominic Breazeale. Big, strong, experienced, powerful, and above all, motivated. It's no secret that there is a personal rivalry between the two of them. This is not going to be, I predict, the kind of friendly promotion that we saw in the Fury fight. There's genuine animosity here. These guys are professionals, but there is also an emotional rivalry, which you will see very quickly. This is a premium fight. It is a high-quality fight. This is the Heavyweight Championship on Showtime, Barclays Center, May 18th. Thank you.